two little girls vanished from their home without a trace. 5 long years later, a search party stumbles upon a dilapidated cabin hidden deep within the woods. Inside, they find Lily and Victoria, alive but not alone. They've been raised by something they call Mama, but Mama isn't human. She's a ghostly, twisted figure, a spectral entity that cared for them in the wilderness. Their uncle Lucas, a successful artist, and his rock and roll girlfriend Annabelle are granted custody. They bring the girls into their sprawling suburban home, hoping to erase the years of trauma and reintegrate them into society. The girls are almost feral. They crawl on all fours, hoard rotten cherries, and speak to an unseen presence in the walls. A psychiatrist, Dr. Dreyfus, is fascinated by their case. He believes Mama is just an imaginary coping mechanism, a personality they invented to survive the isolation. He couldn't be more wrong. Annabelle, who never wanted to be a mother, is suddenly thrust into the role. She's overwhelmed. The girls are a constant challenge. Lily, the younger one, is especially attached to Mama, refusing to accept Annabelle. Victoria, the older sister, slowly starts to remember her past and embrace a normal life, which puts her in direct conflict with their spectral guardian. Soon after the girls arrive, strange things begin to happen in the house. Whispers echo through empty hallways. Toys move on their own. A dark, contorted shadow flits at the edge of their vision. Lucas is the first to experience Mama's jealousy. While investigating a noise in the middle of the night, he is violently thrown down the stairs by an unseen force, landing him in a coma. Now Annabelle is truly alone with the two girls and the malevolent spirit that followed them from the woods. The haunting escalates. Annabelle starts having terrifying nightmares, visions of a skeletal woman with floating hair and disjointed movements. She sees Mama crawling on the ceiling, her long, spindly fingers reaching for the girls. She realizes this is no psychological delusion. A very real and very dangerous entity is in her house. Mama's presence becomes more brazen. She plays with the girls when she thinks no one is watching, a grotesque parody of motherhood. But her games are deadly, and her jealousy is explosive. Anyone who gets too close to Asterisk, her Asterisk children, becomes a target. Dr. Dreyfus, meanwhile, delves into the history of the cabin. He uncovers a tragic story from the 1800s about a mentally disturbed patient named Edith Brennan, who escaped a local asylum. Edith had lost her infant child, and in her grief, jumped from a cliff, her body lost to the lake below. Her spirit, it seems, wandered the forest until she found 2 new children to call her own, Lily and Victoria. Edith became Mama. Dr. Dreyfus believes he can communicate with the spirit, to reason with her. He goes to the abandoned cabin at night, armed with a camera and a lamp, hoping to capture proof and perhaps offer the spirit some peace. It's a fatal mistake. Mama appears, but she isn't interested in peace. She attacks him, steals his equipment, and leaves him broken in the darkness. Annabelle, desperate for answers, breaks into the doctor's office and finds his research. She learns about Edith Brennan and realizes Mama is the ghost of a grieving mother, her love twisted into a possessive, monstrous obsession. She also finds something else, a box containing the preserved remains of Edith's long-lost baby. She believes this might be the key to severing the connection. If she can give Mama her original child back, maybe, just maybe, she'll let Lily and Victoria go. The climax takes place at the very same cliff where Edith Brennan took her own life over a century ago. Mama, in a furious spectral rage, has taken the girls from the house, intent on recreating her own tragic death with them. She wants to take them to the afterlife so they can be together forever. Annabelle and a now conscious Lucas race to the cliff to stop her. A terrifying confrontation ensues. Mama reveals her full, horrifying form, a shrieking, contorted being of pure rage and sorrow. She effortlessly swats Lucas aside, her focus entirely on the children. Annabelle arrives just in time. She holds out the tiny skeletal remains of Edith's baby. For a moment, Mama's monstrous form softens. She takes the fragile bones, and a flicker of her human self, of Edith, returns. She cradles the remains of her lost child, and it seems like peace is finally possible. But Lily, who has only ever known Mama's love, reaches out for her spectral mother. "Mama!" she cries. That single word shatters the brief moment of peace. Mama's possessiveness roars back to life. She discards her own child's remains and lunges for Lily and Victoria. She cannot let them go. As Mama drags the screaming girls toward the cliff's edge, Annabelle clings to Victoria, refusing to let go. There, as a heart-wrenching tug-of-war between the human woman who has grown to love them and the ghost who refuses to lose them again. Victoria, finally choosing a life with Annabelle, clings back, but Lily doesn't fight. She sees Mama not as a monster, but as her mother. Willingly, she reaches for Mama's hand. In a heartbreaking final moment, Annabelle is forced to let Victoria go to save her from being pulled over the edge. Mama, holding Lily, transforms with her into a swarm of moths and plunges over the cliff, vanishing into the mist below. Victoria is safe, sobbing in Annabelle's arms. But her sister is gone forever, taken by a mother whose love was so powerful it became a deadly curse. They survived, but the scars remain. Lily is gone, and the chilling memory of Mama lingers, a dark reminder that a mother's love, in its purest and most twisted form, can be the most terrifying thing in the world. Victoria looks up and sees a single, unique moth land on her hand before flying away, a final, ghostly goodbye from the family she lost.